Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. In this video, we'll be talking about the United States Navy Expeditionary Mobile Base class ships. Please remember to like and subscribe. Alright, let's get right into it. Fact 1. Civilian crew. A very interesting fact about the Expeditionary Mobile Base ships is that these ships are not just military crew. Yes, there's a component where the people manning the ships are military, but there's also a huge part of the ship where it's conducted by civilians. Civilians, along with the military active duty personnel, both work on this ship and go on deployments together. It is quite unique and only found for this type of ship, because most times, most of the warships in the United States Navy are 100% active duty personnel with maybe a few civilians for testing or maintaining existing systems, or perhaps installing new systems, weapons or electronics and so forth. But the Expeditionary Mobile Base contains an active civilian crew also helping out on this ship. Alright, let's get into the next fact. Only 5 ships in the class. The Expeditionary Mobile Base are gigantic ships, and as a result, not many of them are produced. However, the United States Navy do like them and have ordered 5 of them. There's also number 6 that's been ordered but not yet under construction. Currently in the Lewis B. Polar class, there are the USS Lewis B. Polar, the flagship, the USS Herschel Woody Williams, USS Miguel Keith, USS John L. Canely, and under construction is the USS Robert E. Seminac. Beyond these 5 ships, there's nothing else, and it's unique because most of the United States warships have many ships in the class. If you check out my other videos, the amphibious command ship is also another one where there's only a few ships in the class. The Expeditionary Mobile Base, similar to the amphibious command ships, probably don't need a lot of them, simply because they're not active in the combat zone. They're more likely to sit back and do support operations and also command and control functions, and so they may not need too many of them. As we get into the next sections, you'll see what they're really meant for. Alright, fact 3. Low intensity operations. As I was alluding to in the previous section, the Expeditionary Mobile Base class ships are not necessary for combat high-intensive activities. Remember, there are civilians serving on this ship alongside with active duty personnel. And as a result, this ship is definitely not meant to sail directly into a combat war zone and put lives in danger. No, this ship is mainly for low-intensity operations far away from the battlefield. You might ask, what is low intensity? Well, low intensity are activities that won't stress too much of the ship. For example, there won't be heavy landing and takeoffs from helicopters, or it won't get used too heavily in terms of loading and unloading supplies or equipment. Low intensity operations can be done at a leisurely pace without any urgency and careful planning. So, as a result, these ships are definitely not meant to go into a war zone. Alright, let's get into the next fact. Fact 4. Based on oil tankers. When you look at the Expeditionary Mobile ship, you might see something familiar to you, which are oil tankers. And your eyes are not deceiving you. The Expeditionary Mobile Base ships are in fact modeled after oil tankers. When the defense contractors were designing the Expeditionary Mobile Base to fit the requirements of the Navy, they looked to oil tankers as a base and a foundational starting point. They saw that the oil tankers have a great base in the middle for all sorts of operations and to serve as a mobile base. It makes sense because an oil tanker has a huge cargo hold in order to transport oil from around the world. And for the Expeditionary Mobile Base, they also need this kind of compartment. They need this type of structure in order to have a way to facilitate a mobile base for all sorts of low intensity operations in terms of loading, unloading supplies, equipment, and also to carry lots of enlisted members as needed, and many other multi-function roles. You can think of the expeditionary mobile base as a mobile center for any non-combat directly related activities. There's probably a way for the mobile space to have all sorts of recreational and relaxation facilities as well. Since there are civilians on there, it's likely that it is not as strictly a military ship as you would see from other warships. And the mobile base could be a good way to serve out a Navy career. Alright, let's get into the next and final fact. Attempted retirement. It is incredibly interesting that despite having a 6th ship on order and 5 being built, or have been built, the United States Navy actually wanted to cancel this class of ships ahead of schedule. That's right. Before the end of service life, they requested Congress that they wanted to build new types of expeditionary mobile base ships. And this was way before their service life is up, and as a result, the Congress completely rejected them. The United States Congress felt that so much money has already been poured in for this class of ships, and they should not put it to waste. They forced the Navy to continue using the expeditionary mobile base for all sorts of activities, and rejected their proposal to retire these ships early. I think these ships will likely stay for a long time simply because they don't have any war-fighting capabilities and should be low in terms of maintenance and operations. Alright, that's it for my video today. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.